Oh man, oh man, oh man. How good it feels to understand a plan. Yes, you made it. You back. We back. We back in the classroom one more time. We know we look up to the skies. We give praise to the Most High all the time. We thank Him. We thank Him for everything He does. Because without Him, there'll be no time. I pray and I ask for everything that's going on in your life right now is moving for you in a way that you understand it. And even if you don't understand, I hope that you have the faith to realize that everything in life is happening for a purpose. Keep on holding on. Never lose faith in your people around you. Never lose faith in the situation that's happening to you, because everything is a pruning process, as we will learn about today. Everything is a distillation process, as we'll learn about today. And as you guys get a little bit more comfortable in the channel, you'll realize that as we talk about, the outside realm, that we're talking about really the inside realm as well. Because as in, as out, as above, so below. What happens outside will happen inside of you as well. When you go outside in nature, you see the trees, you see the beautiful birds chirping, you see the animals walking around, you see the wind blowing. You realize that all these things that are happening outside of you are also happening on the inside of you as well. Because just like the trees have veins, so do you. Just like the trees take in energy, so do you. Just like the birds chirp and make noise when they feel happy, and even when they feel pain, so should you. So when we realize everything isn't a game, we realize that we are the real players. Because life isn't a game, but life was made for you to play it. Because when you know that you are already the winner, what competition is there really? So that being said, shalom and peace to all of you. Let's get into the video. So as we see, we have what are the uses, benefits, and wonders of essential oils. Now, if you don't know what essential oils are, basically, essential oils are basically one of the purest forms of healing known to man, and known to those who are in the know. Essential oils are basically the distillation of the life blood, the essence of plants, trees, flowers, many things out here that are basically distilled, and basically when they're brought into their purest form. Now, essential oils have been used for centuries, not even centuries, decades, millennia. Essential oils have basically been used for a long time. Now, since the beginning of their use, the power that they've been used for has been known throughout the centuries. Now, essential oils were usually for rich people, quote unquote rich people, as we'll call it as we call it nowadays. But people who were very assured had essential oils, because essential oils are so powerful that only people who could afford it could get it. Now, what makes them so powerful is because it's everything that is inside of the plant is literally in those little tiny drops. The DNA, the power, the essence, the spirit, the love, the understanding that plant, tree, fruit, flower, shrub, whatever was made in, you can feel it in the essential oil of it. And so basically when you use it, you're basically taking in the life force, the essence of that plant. Us over here on this side, we fully understand what plants are. They're a representation of the power in which made us as well. Because we know that the Almighty formed everything. And as He formed everything, He made it with a proper purpose. and his power can be seen throughout all of his creations. And his helpmeet Adama, the earthly mother, she's a full vessel of his understanding. And the seed in which he planted inside of her, when it bears fruit, it came up and it gives us so much understanding. And so when we simply sit back and realize the power that's inside of it, we understand the power that's inside of us. So back to these essential oils, they were coveted so heavily by people because they were so powerful. And so, many people who are on this path of health and wellness, the journey of health and wellness, they look towards essential oils to help them. Because as I said, it's literally the life blood, the essence of the plant packed up in a nice, powerful jar. And now, many people out there who, have just simple things such as, well, not simple, but just, most common illnesses like arthritis, common colds, just fevers, flus, to even people who have, the big C word, cancer, to people who have, autoimmune diseases and so forth and so on. They can all attest to the power and the wonders that essential oils have. And as I said, that's because of the lifeblood and the essence in which they were formed and made in. Now, essential oils are, depending on the one that you have, they're anti-inflammatory, anti-diuretic, antiseptic, life boosting, overall mood boosters. Essential oils, they're literally so powerful. And if you're on this journey, I implore you to start doing more research on it. Because when you start using them, you're not gonna want to stop using them. Because I've been knowingly using essential oils. I say for about 3 years now, and I tell you, brothers and sisters, the benefit of having them is I can't even quantify it and put it in words. Because all right, I can just tell you like this: when you start using it, you'll never want to stop using it. Doesn't matter if you're using geranium, doesn't matter if you're using frankincense, doesn't matter if you're using myrrh. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you have an essential oil, you literally become more attuned, be more attentive to your environment around you, because you're literally taking in the blood of another living creature that is so powerful, that was created in righteousness. And because of that two things put together, the healing power that it has, it manifests itself in your body. And so basically, say you're taking in some frankincense. We spoke about frankincense and myrrh a few videos ago. That frankincense and myrrh are both very resilient trees. We talked about how the boswellia tree, back in when it begins to grow, it has to swell up a little bit so it can, cling onto the rock. And so when times of tumultuous waves come, or when tumultuous winds come, the boswellia tree won't blow away from the rock. And so basically, that DNA, that structure that was formed into the boswellia tree, when it's broken down and when it's distilled into a liquid form in which can provide healing for you, that DNA of resilience, that DNA of strong fortitude, that DNA of power is literally given to you, given to the user of it. And so not just frankincense, we talk about the mustard, we can talk about cedar, we can talk about the pine, because cedar and pine are both one and the same, because they're both coniferous trees. They're both evergreen trees as well. And so when you look back and you think about evergreen trees, no matter if it's cold, no matter if it's windy, no matter if it's hot and dry and humid, the temperature doesn't matter, because it grows anyway. And so imagine taking a tree that has that DNA structure, where no matter what's happening on its outside, it's so powerful on the inside that no matter the winds, the storms, the tempests that comes around it, it won't stop growing, because what's on the inside of it is so strong. And so just imagine if you have a cedar essential oil or pine essential oil or whatever evergreen tree essential oil you might have, just imagine taking in that DNA structure inside of you. Just imagine how powerful that would make your body. Because as I said, as in, as out, as above, so below. And so when you know that these trees around you are not just trees or physical objects, these are actual family members around you, you're actually realizing that, oh, I too have that same power that an evergreen tree has. No matter what's around me, no matter what's going on, no matter how hard the wind is blowing, no matter how cold it gets, no matter how hot it gets, I'm going to still grow regardless. Because the power that's inside of me, the rock that I am swollen next to inside of me, will not let me go. And because it will not let me go from the beginning stages, when I grow up, I know that I will bear proper fruit, which will lead to healing of many. Because the scripture says, train up a child in the way that it shall grow, and when he gets old, he shall not depart from it. And so as these trees, when they start budding from their germinating process, they might not like you throwing soil on them. They may not like you watering them all the time, because sometimes they might not even like you burying them so deep into the ground. But the tree understands that they get buried into the ground so deep, that's because their roots are going to have to be a little stronger. The tree understands that so much soil has to be buried upon them because they're going to need a little bit more nutrients when they grow up. And so sometimes in your life, you think, the situation that you're in, you feel buried by it. This other situation you're in, you feel like the soil around you is just stifling you. You could think about it like that, or you can also think about it as your glass full, not either half empty or half full. Because with this mindset, there is neither no half empty nor half full, because everything comes to you in the proper measure. And so everything, when it comes together, it will get better. So in life, there's many times where you can complain about something, but as this plant, when it fully comes to maturity and it fully comes to its level of understanding, and its essential oil is ready to be extracted, its beginning stages is what caused it to be so healing to many people that will end up using it. So step back and analyze your life in a sense, because your testimony eventually will be needed. Your growing stages of your beginning facets of life will be needed towards someone else, because you are an essential oil as well. Your life process, your life struggle, your understanding what you went through will be needed to help heal someone else. Oh yeah, over here we get deep. It's not just, we don't just talk about it in a physical sense, because everything is not just in this physical body, but it's a full manifestation of all bodies. Spiritual, mental, thinking, emotional as well. So back to these essential oils. Some of the uses of essential oils include making soaps, making perfumes, cooking, cleaning, laundry detergent, salves. You can add them in carrier oils as well. Like, essential oils can basically be used for as many things as they can be imagined to be used for. I know that I personally, I use them in the oils that I make. I also use them in the ointment, the salves that I make, and I also use them in the soaps that I make. And sometimes they can even be used in some of the cooking that we do over here on Mountain in the Field. It's because we fully understand the power that they have inside of them. And now, many of the people who have purchased my products, especially the soaps and the ointments as well, they say it's so powerful. It's different from what other people sell. That's because, other people, they might not put what I put in there. And what I put in there is, one, this might sound corny, but love, because I want to make sure that people that use my product feel the love that I made the product in. And two, I use different essential oils because I understand the power that essential oils have. And so these uses that the essential oils have is because of the growing process that they went through in the beginning. I'm not going to not correlate this back to you because when you understand that these essential oils are you understand the role that you have to play in this environment that you live. Because life is not hard, it's really simple. The more that you get, the more that you give. So as you're getting buried, quote unquote, in the soil of life, you understand that you're getting buried this far, this deep, because eventually when you fully start growing, your roots will grow very, very strong. So hold on. Because what you'll have to do is going to be different from what anyone else has to do. So I ask you again, or I ask you the first time, what is an essential oil? An essential oil is me. An essential oil is also thee. Because it comes from the Almighty Creator, which lives inside of me. It's really not hard to understand once you understand the power in which everything was created in. You understand the power in which everything can be used to help heal and also be able to destroy as well. Because we understand that water can be used to heal and also destroy. And so when we look at essential oils, we look at the liquid form in which they are. We know that we are one and the same. This is a topic in which I'll most likely be diving deeper into because there's so much more that I didn't touch into as of yet. But as we grow and as we get stronger, I'll make sure I definitely dive deeper into this for us. Because this is, as I just said, is basically an introduction. I haven't really dived deep into what I really believe essential oils really are for. Now, just as a little teaser, aromatherapy is something that I haven't spoken about and how essential oils play such a deep role. So I need you guys to hold me to it, that I will make that video. I will talk about that video because, the nose, touching, seeing, smelling can all be correlated through scent, because your scent that is perceived through smell is also a sound or vibration. But as I said, I'm not gonna get too deep, not gonna get too esoterical right now, too quick. This is basically just a nice little intro video, and just to tell someone who didn't know about essential oils, who didn't know what essential oils could do, just to give you like a little, hey, here's a little tidbit of what they can do. And so yeah, I want to leave you guys with that. As always, man, thank you guys for coming over here. Thank you guys for being A1. Thank you guys for being cool. Thank you guys for being hot enough for the Most High to come over here and chill with me. With that being said, brothers and sisters, shalom.